Yo. Welcome back to another episode of On the Line Podcast, starring your boy El Quan and my brother $1 Million Mess. Today we got a special guest on with us today. Tell them what your name is, Pimp.
Stop playing, man. You know me. Unique, you are.
Special guest because you already know he was here, now he left. Special guest. What it do, player? How you feeling, Unique?
I'm good, man. I'm all right, man. Trying to see what's up with y'all.
We chilling, man. That's fine. It's good to see you. Good to see you on the chat again. You know what I mean? What up with you, Mess? How you feeling, brother?
I'm good today. Having a good day. Having a good day. Good to see.
Hell yeah.
Having a good day.
You got to keep that on there. That's funny. But
Got you, Pimp.
it's good to see my brother Unique on a motherfucking pod. What up, though?
Hell yeah. I'm chilling, brother. I'm ready to be here. You know what I mean? Excited to see my brother again. You know what I mean? I thought we wasn't gonna see him on here again. You know what I mean? But
I've been busy, man, just like everybody else, B.
Hell yeah, facts. Yo, so for the viewers who's been viewing, they already know you was on episode 1. We had 3 episodes out now. This is probably what, episode 4, Mess?
Yes, Sirski.
All right, episode 4. So for the viewers who's just tuning in, kind of tell them why you left. Tell them why you're not with us no more.
Well, first of all, y'all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I could be a little
anything.
well, look, I could be a little judgmental at times, right? But I recognize that though, because I'm a real nigga. So I examine myself and realize if I'm in the way or not. You know what I mean? And if I can't.
You being judgmental ain't got nothing to do with being.
Hold on, Mess. Hold on. Let him land. Let him land.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like if I can't really like, I don't want to say control certain narratives, then if it comes to y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get in y'all way because y'all my niggas. I want to see y'all niggas thrive and shit. But it's not gonna work if I'm sitting here trying to dictate shit. Because that's just how I'm used to doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I do business alone a lot, so I really don't know how to divide that. You know what I'm saying?
So you felt like you was like dictating when you was with us?
A little bit, man, because a lot of the ideas that y'all was having, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm with it, but let's do it this way. And it was kind of like falling off of what y'all wanted to do anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I just feel like I'm stopping these niggas from they vision. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, and that shit happens in my household anyway too. Like my wife and my kids and shit. Like them niggas is getting tired of me too, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's just my personality, straight up, man. Like I just, it's just who I am. Because when I feel like I know what to do, or if I know a path or something, I want everybody to take it because I know exactly where this path is gonna take us. Now, if you don't want to take it, that's cool. But I don't know how to help you if you ain't trying to take every little word from me. And that's kind of fucked up. I'm learning that though. You know what I mean? I'm learning. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
So it's good. It's good that you learning, right? It's good that you learning. And then do you feel like you should have had a little bit more patience to see how things would have worked out? Oh yeah, I remember he was calling me a little crazy because I wanted to leave for a second.
Yo, Jay, y'all hear this shit? We about episode 4 and both these niggas wanted to leave already.
Merv was the first one to leave.
You know why? You know why?
Because
he was being a dictator and he was pissing me off. That's why.
You're right. You're right.
I don't really feel like he was being a dictator though. My opinion on the thing.
That's my opinion, not yours.
Right. Okay, you're right. 100%. You're right. My opinion on what happened, because Unique's my brother. So we really like think the same when it comes to a lot of situations. So I kind of understand everything he just said and his vision as to how the podcast is supposed to be. And it's kind of like me too in my life. You know what I mean? I feel like if I'm gonna be a part of something, I kind of want to be, not to say controlling the narrative, but have a lot of say so in the narrative. You know what I mean? For it to make sense, because I always feel like I'm right. I always feel like I got the right answer. So I kind of understand where Unique was coming from in that. And
so that must be a king thing, huh?
Yo, I don't even know. I feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it is. Yo, for y'all who don't know, you know what I mean? My father wasn't present, but I feel like a lot of our traits, it came from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching him from a distance.
Yeah,
And
I see little shit like when you post shit, you be like, yo, check out my podcast. This is our podcast.
now for one, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold
this
on.
guy, mess.
Yo, for
Yeah,
one, right? Listen, right?
he's
This
checking
is
him.
this is business, right? So wait. When I say this is business, if me and you did a song together, I'm only posting my verse. You get what I'm saying? So when you post your when you post a podcast, you say to your viewers, "This is my podcast." Your
Nah,
people,
you crazy.
no, you gotta get what I'm saying. If Mess is promoting the podcast on his platform, yo, check out my podcast. That's his platform. They're checking out his podcast. You get what I'm saying? If Cardi B and Offset did a song together, or Cardi B and whoever did a song together, Cardi B, she's not on her Instagram. It's her version of the song, her verse. On Rob49's Instagram, it's his verse of the song. You get what I'm saying? But together they did this song together. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're promoting it. What am I gonna say? Yo, tune into me and my brother's podcast. Yes, everybody already
Right,
knows my
right,
brother's.
because y'all a team.
And
That's y'all
don't
podcast.
even have to be
That's
that much.
y'all song type shit.
It's just you speak certain things to existence. So you got to use words like we are, not me, I. You know what I'm saying? This is a team. There's no I in team. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not saying it's an iron team. You got to get the vision. What I'm saying, I'm promoting it to the people that's following me. Do you get what I'm saying? You're gonna create a core following. They're following you. Tune into your podcast. When they tune into your podcast, they're gonna see you and your brother on a podcast. You get what I'm saying? That's your viewers. Like I revert back to the music because, like I said, that's what they do. That's promotion. That's marketing. Cardi B is gonna market her verse on this song. It's both of their songs. They both came up with it, but it's her verse, her platform, his verse, his platform. Together, they made a hot ass song. You get what I'm saying? When I go on your platform, I expect you to say your podcast. Tune into your podcast. When they tune in, they're gonna see you and your brother.
Well, the people gonna let you know if you wrong or you right. Tell you that, man.
Let us know, folks. You know what I mean? Let us know. You know what I mean? But to clarify, this is me and my brother Mess's podcast. I ain't trying to say it ain't. You know what I mean? It's just how I delivered it. You know what I mean? But yo, so back to you, Unique. We ain't about to switch the topics. We ain't about to get off track here. Since you left, tell the viewers what you've been doing. Because you ain't leave for no reason. You got other shit going on too. You being in the way was probably a factor, but there was also things you were going through that I feel like if you want to share with the people, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, also got my own podcast called My Thoughts Are Real.
Okay.
And
Tell us
basically
about that.
it's about theories and opinions on day-to-day lifestyles and old practices of life people do. And I do it in a humorous way, right? And I couldn't do that podcast at the same time of doing this one because it's a different time. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I drop every Friday. I drop once a week. So I'm not really on, and I got to do editing all through the week and stuff like that. And you guys are a lot more fast paced when it comes to y'all podcast. I drop almost every other day,
Okay.
and you're covering topics I got to study about a little bit. You know what I
Look,
mean? So I'm like,
not to cut
you
you off,
know,
but do you feel like that was a big part of it too? Like certain topics we was talking about, you really kind of couldn't keep up with or didn't want to do research
He ain't
about.
want to do no research.
Kind of like that's you think that was a big part of it.
it was more didn't want to do the research.
I
Because
appreciate
I
that.
could, because I could talk about anything as long as I got a brief summary of what the topic is. Because I can just I like to get my opinion about things. That's why I started my podcast, because I give my opinion about shit. You know what I mean? But that's what I like to do. I like to give my opinion. I don't really like to dive deep into what's going on in the world because I don't know. It's just not, it doesn't come out of me as fluent as it comes out of y'all.
Mm,
Y'all talk about it better than I do.
okay. Okay.
Well,
That's good.
just one thing I want to say. I think you do a good job at doing it. Like you just feel like you don't. I feel
I
like you do
appreciate
a
it.
good job at it. You
He
just
just don't have Unique don't care for it as much as he don't care to talk about somebody else's shit as much as he'd rather just talk about his own shit.
But if you
That's
know,
really what it boils down to.
if you really know that's a strong suit that you have, and you have, you're almost like the devil advocate. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We might be like, yeah, that's cool because we just trying to go with, but you're gonna be the one like, nah, I ain't rocking with that, and you need that. You feel me?
Yeah.
You was always definitely that piece that niggas need because me and L is like we gonna go with the flow type shit. You get what I'm saying? And once you see something is wrong, you gonna spot it out before anybody else. That's why at the end of the day, it's really like it's okay you didn't do your research, but still your opinion was definitely needed. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, y'all gonna see. I be on it. You know what I'm saying with y'all niggas at least once a week now. I got y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But
We
this,
gotta talk to the boss man about
yeah,
I was gonna say, I mean, we gotta have some conversation. Don't be throwing yourself out there.
yeah, come on, man. Baby, yo, can I please come back? Can I please come back?
Nah, man, but honestly, on some G shit though, I really like the direction that all three of us are going with this situation, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
but
Like it
you
just shows really, like it just shows maturity. It shows next level. You know what I mean? Like we got a direction. We locked in on that direction. We're finding our place in the puzzle. You know what I mean? It's just making sense for everybody. So I really
Right,
applaud your decisions as far as what you're doing in your endeavors.
right.
Facts. Word
yo,
up.
but back to what you were saying though. Once a week, you on the pod, we need to have like a segment, something like that, like the Devil's Advocate or something like that. Definitely, I can
The
see.
devil's advocate.
Woo, that's hard. That's hard.
Let's hear from the
Well,
devil's advocate.
well,
What he
look.
got to say about that?
Well,
Exactly.
then if that's the case, then I'm gonna come through raw and unprotected. No homo.
That's
No
what it
Hell
is.
no.
homo.
Nah,
I'm coming through.
still trying to get monetized there, fellas.
Obviously, we not cursing. We not doing no niggatry, none of that. We keep it PG,
Yeah.
Who's that bigotry?
niggatry. As long as
Nigga.
you know, don't ain't on that, but he giving his honest opinion. I feel like that's definitely something we can rock with. You know what I
I like that shirt you got on though. What's that? Mess?
mean? That's Dolly Parton. You know who Dolly?
Dolly? Yeah, I see it.
Dolly?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Rocking.
country singer with the big old boobies.
They always got some foreign shit on. Yeah.
Rocking a good old white woman on the shirt.
So what's going on in the streets, man? So what's happening out here? What is
Uh,
going on?
so we could talk about some local shit that happened. You feel me? We got a local person that where we from kind of got a charge of sex trafficking and trafficking younger teens and stuff like that. I don't really want to say her name, but I think
Nah,
that
drop her name. Fuck that shit.
well,
Viewers need to hear.
her
That
name is.
shit, we need to raise awareness, nigga. This is what our shit is
You all right?
about, nigga.
You all right?
Gotta raise awareness. These motherfuckers gotta go. I mean, they gotta get exposed.
Me and Soldier
Well,
kind of
if you're gonna drop the name, you gotta say allegedly because she ain't been indicted yet.
exactly. So allegedly,
Oh, you nigga on her side.
no, no,
Nah.
I just
no, 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 no.
I don't like to prosecute nobody.
Nah, I don't even really know the situation. I don't even know her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I do feel like we need to fucking get to the bottom of this shit because that shit is out of control.
And allegedly is like he being diplomatic. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say the
Right,
wrong because she could get approved. She could get accused of not guilty. You feel me? She could be not
right.
guilty.
So allegedly, what happened?
So allegedly, it looks like she's been doing sex trafficking with younger teens. Well, like one was 19, one was 15, traveling. When sex trafficking, meaning when you taking people from different states and prostituting them, she going across the states. Once you do state lines, once you pass state lines and you selling sex, it's sex.
And you selling sex. Yeah.
trafficking at that point.
Yo, y'all is bugged out.
This nigga crack.
Oh shit!
He in there crying.
Oh shit! This nigga is funny as fuck.
Yo, so hold on. She was sex trafficking little girls, like 12 years old type deal.
Yeah, so it looked like
Yeah, I don't even mean to laugh because this is a crazy situation.
from the looks of it,
Your delivery is hilarious, nigga.
she got connected with some Brooklyn niggas in the city. You know how thirsty upstate females be when they get around city dudes. They don't know how to act.
Dude.
Yeah.
They look like they got her mind. Brooklyn dudes is aggressive. They finesses. They know how to do what they do. And they got her doing some sex trafficking shit. And she was doing that shit in North Carolina at the Red Roof. The girl called the police. 19-year-old was like a suicide, talking about she was suicidal and whatever. So I think that's like the start of them getting caught. They start putting warrants out for their arrest and whatever. And if I'm not mistaken, I already feel like she already has some other stuff she been doing anyway, like along the.
Yo, so I read somewhere, and one I think it was the article that you sent me that October, some girl from up here, from upstate, went to a concert in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And that's how like it all started, or is that was like the last girl to like get wrapped
One of
up?
the girls I was talking.
Yeah, so I guess a 15-year-old, if I'm not mistaken, a 15-year-old went to the concert and was abducted by a male that who approached her with a gun with a couple of the females with him.
Was it
Oh, so
abducted or
they
did
have
it like
kidnapping them.
So the media said what I read was the dude walked up to her with a gun and he had 5 other women with her. She got in the car. They drove her to Crown Heights where they started forcing her to perform sexual acts. That's what the media. That's what the media. That's what I read in the media.
so?
And
I'm not
then
sure if
drove her from Crown Heights to what was it, North Carolina or somewhere down there in the South somewhere to continue.
but
I never understood how a woman could do that to young little girls. Because niggas do it all
And
the
I hear
time.
she
We
got kids too.
like us niggas that give drugs to young to little boys in the street, right? Because we, men, we move a little different, right? But women, you don't think women have a heart like that to do that to little girls like that.
Yo, some
well,
of these chicks is crazy.
It
I look
happens,
at it
yeah.
like with them, money is money. It don't matter how you get it. That's how kind of they look at it. Like, I'm gonna get this money by any means. If I gotta kill, steal, sell young pussy, that's what it's gonna
Yo, not for nothing, just because we know Shorty, well, I don't know if you said her name or not, just because we know Shorty, I don't really see I could definitely see that happening, bro. I ain't gonna hold you because I don't really think
See,
she
I
got
don't
no
really
got
know her enough. I don't
she ain't
really
got
know
no
her.
limits,
It's like I just seen her like the social media shit and all that. You know what I mean? So I really can't say, oh, this is her character or not. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, we know her
Me
personally.
and Soldier know her. We
Yeah, I
know
know
her.
her personally.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Mm,
know her.
mm.
we was close. We was very.
Yeah.
But
She was
anyway,
close.
yeah,
How close was she, mess?
I don't
we
know
just
what he's talking
just
about.
do it. We just chill. We just
Yo, unique. All right, all right, all right.
we just
Carry
sip a
on.
little bit. We just sip, chill type shit.
I'm not editing nothing.
She was a good time.
I don't know what he's talking about. I know from around
Oh,
I know
that
from
nigga
around
said,
the world.
"Oh
That's it.
fuck."
But yeah, I really do
Damn.
think it's crazy,
Okay.
especially her having daughters and shit. Like, in genetics is real. I'm gonna tell you this much. So just imagine, watch when her daughter grow up. Watch the shit she gonna be into.
Yeah, that's raw. So she had a
Hopefully
daughter.
not, but you're right though. That's usually how it go.
She had a daughter, 2 daughters. How many kids she had?
I think it really like a daughter. I just think it was like a daughter to be honest. But I don't know her personal life like that. But for what I see, I know she got a daughter for sure, for sure.
That's raw.
I
Yeah.
almost didn't recognize it when you sent the picture.
Or yeah, that's crazy. You ain't know who I was talking about at first.
Because
But
I
that,
ain't seen her in years, bro. I mean,
yo, that wanted me bring me up to that old girl who remember Trisha, who used to babysit so and so kids and who got her man murdered the kids and killed the kids. You know,
oh, Shorty and Mount Pleasant?
yeah, that like
Yeah. I
shit
forgot her
is like
name too.
it's crazy. Like you never know who will do what. You feel me?
That story's a little weird though because I met dude, right? And
Yeah.
I don't think he's like that. Like everybody might whoop their kids or something like that, bro. But I don't really feel like he'll go all out to do what they said he did. I feel like he got set up a little
Yeah.
bit. I ain't
I
gonna
don't
lie.
put it past him. I don't put it past
You
nobody.
don't. I don't put it past nobody either. But like I said, I met him, so I seen his character on a number of occasions. B, you know what I mean?
He had a
Those
way.
ain't even his kids, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But they was
There's
doing
those his adopted kids.
so. Listen, I already have an issue with people. How do people adopting kids, especially like gay couples and shit like that? Like I be like iffy already. Like what you adopting these kids for? You know what I'm saying? You say what you got to say afterwards, right? But I really think it's weird when what do you want to? I don't know what you want to call them, but gay. I don't want to even say that, but when a gay man and a gay their partner is gay too, and they adopt a boy, it'd be a little weird to me. When they adopt a daughter, I'd be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Because I actually seen that two gay men raised a daughter, and they really taught this girl how to really be a woman and whatever the case might be. They treat her right. But when they adopt a little boy, I be feeling a little fishy about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
Right.
like two gay women adopting a little boy.
I just
Or
feel like it's not fair. I feel like it's not fair. They're getting robbed essentially because
like you said, it's like they already setting them up for failure. Like
yeah,
you're
they're getting
adopting,
robbed.
like the kids are sponges, so they seeing everything you do. They adopting every mannerisms you doing, how you talk, all that. So it's like you said, I feel like from the beginning you already asked out.
Yo, but look, this is how I feel about it, right? Because I did a segment, right, on
Mm-hmm.
my podcast, right, about homosexuals, right?
Right.
And this is a true opinion, right? And I say opinion because people always, whatever, but it's a true opinion, right? That even people who are gay, they know that something is wrong, right? They rather be manipulated by the people who say nothing's wrong with you, and they run with that because they're being accepted now. So, but they still know there's something wrong, but they're not going to admit it. So they know they're not
When
supposed
you
to be
say
raising their
something
kids.
wrong,
That's
though, what
not
you mean by
the.
something wrong?
Well, let me help
Well,
you
you
out.
are. Look,
Let me help
Hold
you
on,
out.
I
hold
want
on.
to know what he means by something wrong, so I kind of understand his message.
Something wrong meaning like you're mental, right? Because you know what you are, you know what you came out. You can't ignore that fact. You can't ignore the fact that you are a man, or you can't ignore the fact that you're a woman. So you knowing that already, right? And then thinking that either you want to be something else or thinking that you truly are something else inside of you, you know something's wrong with that. Because that same person who will want to be a man knowing they're a woman and vice versa, right? Will tell a little kid, well, why are you calling the color blue red? You get what I'm saying? If a little kid calls the color blue red, they'll be like, well, something's wrong with that kid because they're not looking at the color correctly. Well, if something's wrong with the kid, then something's wrong with you too for thinking your sexuality is not what it was when you was born.
So let
You
me
know what
just
I mean?
let
Go
me
ahead.
help you out real quick. One quick thing. Now, what he kind of saying, like before it was accepted to be homosexual. And now I want to take that word gay back. I don't mean to say that, but before it was accepted to be homosexual, it was a mental disease. So they used to put you in like mental, like you
That's
need a
because they didn't understand it. But
huh?
anything was a mental disease. Yo, autism, everything, nigga, everything that was not normal was a mental disease. So when you start doing same-sex activities, that's a mental disease. They used to put people in certain places because they didn't understand that shit. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
that's the only reason why I feel like they're classified as because they didn't understand what was going on because they're taught to male, female. So when you see male, male or female, female, something's wrong here.
No, I
But
get
you can't expect somebody to understand something when it's not their mentality. You only understand when you have the same type of mindset, or you can at least go eye to eye. But if somebody's that way, then the other person who's not can't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So
See, my opinion with homosexuals and things like that, women is considered homosexuals too, right?
yes.
See, I don't. All right, so boom. My opinion with homosexuals, right? I don't feel like it's something wrong with them. You know what I mean, right? Reason why I say I don't feel like it's something wrong with them, right?
The
Is
women's are
because, huh?
women's are the L's in the LBG community. They could be B too though.
Okay, okay. Reason why I don't feel like it's something wrong with them, right? Because when we're born, I'm born with I'm born male parts, you're born male parts, she's born female parts. But what if you didn't want that? You know what I mean? What if you did grow up to say you didn't want that? Like a female could say she want to be a
But
dude. You know what I'm
what do
saying?
you
Oh, wait. She's not wrong for just feeling like, oh, I wish I was a boy. Or you know what I mean, him saying he wish he was a girl. I feel like they are in their rights to feel like that. What I feel like be wrong is when they try to push that feeling on other people.
but what is your brain
That's what I think
consuming?
is
What
wrong.
is your brain consuming to make you want to feel like that? You feel me? Like, what are you watching? Who are you watching? What are you doing? Who are you doing?
You're going through life. You're seeing how women move. You're seeing how male moves. You're probably a man wishing like you seeing how women do that. You probably just want to be how she's being, or a female want to be how he's doing. I don't feel like they were physically shown anything. They're just going through life seeing that it might be better on the male side or it might be better on the female side. You know what I mean?
That's wrong though.
I don't think it's wrong because I feel like we're all in our rights to feel how we want to feel. Like I said, I feel like it's wrong if I feel a way and I'm trying to push that into you. And that's why I said fostering with same sex, I feel like is wrong because you're setting them up. That's not ideal. You know what I mean? I can't say that's not ideal, but in my world, it's ideal for it to be male, female. You know what I mean? But when you're having a child with a male and a male, they're growing up. That's all they're seeing. That's kind of like you're forcing them to go by that. That's wrong to me. You know what I mean? But
I think it's a trigger. That's what I think. Like something triggered you to make you be like that. That's what it is.
Nah, hell no, bro.
That's what I feel like. It's like a trigger. Like, what have you consumed? What did you see? What did you do? Who did it around you?
Life. It's life. Like we all grow up. We all watch porn at some age in our life. We all go through these feelings in our life, and she might be looking at the porn like, I want to be the one that's fucking her.
Well, like, that's
you know what I mean? Like she didn't want to be born a woman. She just like, damn, I wish I was a nigga. But that goes. I'm not wrong for wishing I was a nigga.
That goes back into are you consuming mentally to make you feel like that? You get what I'm saying? If you have this, obviously there's mistakes. This is why it's tricky because it's all the stuff that's here to make you be like that, right? It's as simple as the kid going in their mom closet, putting on their wig and they high heels, and then the mom, you go out to the mom and she laughing at you instead of slapping the fuck out of you and being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You feel me? It's like what you consuming to make you think like that? Who's doing what around you to make you think like that? Are you putting me in the tub?
That could be true.
Are you putting me in the tub too much with my brother? I don't at a certain age. That probably didn't need to happen. You get what I'm saying? Or are we sleeping together as females? Are we in the bed too much together? You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a trigger. I feel like it is like something triggered.
That could be true.
That's something triggered. You literally just said porn. You why are you watching porn? Porn, you're not supposed to be watching porn. First of all, so it's like you having an ideal. Like, damn, what if I was the other person? It's something that's triggering you, and something.
Why are you not supposed to watch porn?
Because you're not. Porn is something that was created. Nigga, who the fuck?
Like everything else.
Nobody's supposed to be watching people have sex. The hell? That's a private intimacy thing. Plus, sex is just not sex.
Porn. There's so many negatives to porn. You know what I mean? Obviously,
it's
a pleasure to
it. There is.
There's
but you go for what you like in porn, though. You know.
Yeah, but you learn to objectify sex when you watch porn. You learn to treat it as an object. You know what I mean? You don't. You disconnect yourself from sexual feelings when you're watching porn.
Sex is for two things.
It's a mental thing. It goes deep. I watched a whole fucking biography about it.
I just think you got to be mature to watch porn. I don't think it's.
You're not. Wait. First of all, you start off with: is porn supposed to be right? Is porn supposed to be right? You think?
I don't really. I don't know. What
you mean by right? I do feel like there's a purpose for porn.
No, okay, because they made it a purpose. There is no purpose because at the end of the day, sex is reproduction, right? We're supposed to be reproducing. You feel me?
Love,
right? Intimacy, bonding. Sex is not what's supposed to be for another person's pleasure. Like watching me and another girl have sex and you getting turned off on it. That's never was the case. It was for reproduction and intimacy and bonding with my significant other. Their tolerance right now and their sensitivity to porn is all right. I go in there and I watch females and whatever, and then like, all right, I'm 12 doing this, and then like later, like this ain't doing it for me now. Now I need to find something else. I need to figure out what else is making me more horny, like, and then now you find yourself looking at some shit you don't even feel like you into. Like really, sex really should be cherished. You feel me? You're exchanging.
You could be right. I just don't want to pass all the blame off on porn, bro, because
Good though.
It's not. That's why I said it's not all porn, but porn falls in those categories. There's more negatives than it is positives when it comes to that shit. That shit gets inside your head. Like I said, like you objectify women, you fucking like it fucks your whole narrative up of the female species because you're just watching her get pounded on the camera.
Let me ask you a question. Both of y'all,
There's no connection there.
let me ask you
well,
both.
no, but hold on, real quick. Let me elaborate on his shit real quick, right? Nah, because you could learn something from it too, though. So if a chick is watching it, right, and she see that this nigga is pounding this bitch out, right? Is she never been pounded like that? She just learned that she wants to get pounded like that. How is she wrong for learning something from it?
Because you're putting something in your head that
But now listen, right? So
No,
listen, right? So listen, right? Listen, right?
I
So
don't get that.
so the shorty is watching porn, right? Like Merv was saying, this is porn. 9 out of 10 times you got some fucking wild situation going on, right? She's getting handled in a degree that may not match any dude that she fucking meets, right? So now
Well,
she's
then
in the
she
bed.
has to be mature enough to
So
know
now
that this
she's
is
in the
not gonna
bed.
happen.
Now she's in the bed, not even sexually fulfilling her needs because she watched porn so much that she don't even understand that this is really Hollywood. This is commercial. She don't even know that they say go, they say stop. You know what I'm saying? They say stick it in, they say stick it out. So it's not even really no sexual connection there. You know
so
what I
that
mean?
goes to my question I'm gonna ask y'all, right? Have you ever had sex with a female and you thought about that porn on big titty, big booty bitch because
100%. 100%.
Yeah, yes, but not with mine. But yes,
okay,
It's been thought of. Move on. Yeah, I got you.
right. So that's what I'm trying to say is that's why your shit is fucked up because what you have in front of you,
What's messed up?
if you what
The
you have
train
in
of
front of
thought
you,
shit.
what you're fucking, what you're
The
doing at that moment,
mentality.
that should be fulfilled for you. And the reason why you can't probably whatever is because you seen better. You seen probably something that's more interested to you in
Irv,
case.
what do you? Hold on.
He's not
What's
talking
going
about
on?
you directly. Are you
Hey,
talking about
nigga,
him
stop
directly?
making it personal.
Oh,
We're
Yeah,
not
like he's
because
talking about
but hold
he's
on. He
talking
asked
about
me the saying.
he talking about the man that likes porn.
All right, because I was confused. I'm like, damn, nigga, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
No. Go
Yeah,
ahead, let him land. Let him land.
I'm like, I have no, man. Damn.
so if
Hey,
we it's like you having like you're tricking your mind, like you're just tricking your mind, you're fucking your mind up. You know what I'm saying? If
right.
sex shouldn't even be that accessible to us anyway. Like it is, but it shouldn't. We shouldn't be having sex with multiple women. One, two, three women should fulfill us. We should be good with that. And having porn just makes you're not satisfied with what you have. You
You
feel me?
ain't never gonna be satisfied watching porn. There's no way. There's no way. It's not like because, like I said, these these people, these actors on these porn shits are one of none.
Actors,
Like they're actors. They're trained to do this. You know what I mean? They're fucking
they're taking pain, and you didn't even know that they're taking pain.
yeah. That shit's retarded. That
They
shit.
acting. They
Well,
gotta act for the
That's why
camera
I
and act
said
like
porn
that
ain't
shit don't
healthy
hurt.
because
I
it makes you not understand what you got.
I definitely agree that porn is not healthy, right? However, I know how to separate reality from what I'm watching. So porn has never affected me. So that's why I'm not
You
understanding.
think it
Like,
didn't because it's probably been a part of your life for so long you don't know what it is without it. You know what I mean? You probably don't even know where your state of mind would be if you
I
never
don't think
watched
porn.
like
I never seen porn do something that I couldn't do. I mean,
hmm?
I never seen porn do something I couldn't do. I never seen nothing fantastic on porn.
See, I'm not talking
I
about
know.
the positions and shit that you're watching. I'm talking about the state of mind that it puts you in. Your vision, your output on women, your output on you know what I mean, your stamina control, like whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what porn really did to you
You
mentally.
don't know. You
Maybe
don't know that.
you're right. Maybe
Know that
you're
that
right.
one
Maybe
woman
you're
that you
right.
had probably was all you needed. You know what I'm saying? But being the fact that you had porn, oh, you ain't sucking it right. You ain't fucking me right. You ain't letting me beat that in. Like it changes your whole perspective on how. And then 9 times out of 10, like say for instance, right, you have a girl who don't give head. You feel me? Are you gonna be cool with that?
No.
Exactly, because you watch porn and you feel like
No, that don't got nothing to do with Merv. Sometimes you gotta understand what you asking. Cause
You
that
are right.
shit don't
You
got
are
nothing to do with porn,
You are
nigga.
right. But
Every man.
I'm just okay. It could be the certain way you get in the head. You feel me? Like a regular woman just giving you some slow head. You feel me? Like some regular head. You know what I'm saying? But you watch porn when your category is sloppy toppy. You feel me? And that's the way. And that's the way you like.
That's what must be typing in. Slow.
It is what it is. And you and you
Well,
want it. And, and you
Shit.
and you're not accepting nothing but that. And if you don't, it's like and then, so when your woman be like, I just want to make you feel good, and she does the way she do it, and you
and
make it.
I go back on saying it's a maturity thing because if you're very mature, you're not gonna be watching no TV and be like, if you don't do this, I ain't accepting it. I mean, that's very unmature if you ask me.
Boy,
It's
I know you.
immature.
I know you. You feel me? And I don't want it. You my best friend, so I know, like, bro, I could be like anyway, but I just know certain shit
What
not
you
rocking.
mean? Go ahead.
So like nigga,
Shit.
like no homo, right? You like getting crazy with your girl for a long period of time. You feel me? You like put you like putting some numbers on the clock. You feel me?
Yeah, this guy.
Now, what if you get around another girl who ain't with all that? You feel me? That's
I mean,
Age
you know
sexual.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy though, right? Just because you might have sex for a period of time, right, doesn't mean you needed to. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to have sex for only 10 minutes, if me and her are satisfied, we satisfied. It ain't gotta be 45 to an hour, bro. It ain't gotta be all that.
I get it. I
You
get you.
definitely don't got to be no 45 to an hour.
But if that's
You
how
ever
you,
had you ever had 10 you ever laid your girl down and had a good 10 minutes and you didn't expect 10 minutes. You expected a good situation, but it was a great situation. It just happened to only be 10 minutes.
Yeah, time
Come
don't
on,
matter,
bro.
bro. Time don't matter. You
Oh,
can do an hour,
10 minutes.
you can do
I'm
15
talking
minutes.
about bad soaking wet 10 minutes. You got to find something to wipe and freaking lay
Yeah.
something down.
You just got to walk to the shower ass naked. Just walk to the shower,
Yo,
nigga. Don't even do nothing, nigga. Just go clean off.
I just know as me and young boys when we was growing up, that was our objective. Like come back, like
it
Yeah,
was, it was.
yeah.
I just tore that was up. I done did this. I done flipped her. I done dipped her. I done did all that. So it's like
Right.
And I think porn definitely probably took effect in that too. You ain't
it
lying.
and,
definitely
and
took
and
effect.
and you guys is right, but as we got older, you gotta separate the reality from that shit
No, when
because,
you
like you
do get
said,
older,
that is
you realize when
Hollywood.
you get older, you realize you don't even need all that. You don't even need to
Word
do all
up.
that.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
No.
watching porn in like 5 years.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Good
I
because
ain't gonna front.
it's been
I
a
ain't
minute for me too, bro. I've
like
been
five, probably yeah.
it's
It's
been a
been
minute.
I might dip and jab.
It's been
I
yeah.
might dip and jab.
Yeah, for me, I've been chilling. Like, I'll be like, I learned that just wasting your reproduction anyway fucks you up mentally. Period. That's
When
why.
I stopped watching that shit, is kind of when I was in that time of research when I was realizing that it was what it was doing to the human body. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit wasn't cool. Like, yo, when I was younger and shit, nigga, I used to have a bitch over and shit, nigga. I used to fucking, nigga, I pop a porn on while we fucking, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that was a part of the session, nigga. We
And
get
what are you doing when you doing it? You looking at the porn. You looking at the porn.
not necessarily when I'm fucking. Well, you know what I mean? Not when I'm fucking, but that shit will start us up. You
You
know
just
what I mean? Unique, you ever been there
Ah,
before?
you just
You
a
know what
freak.
it
I mean?
starts you up. That's what it do. It starts you up. Don't
But
nobody know what's going
like
on the screen after y'all start. It's
that
over.
shit, that shit was getting in my mind though. You know what I mean? That shit really gets you in mind because, like you said, you start trying to perform like the people on the porn. You start, you know what I mean? You start doing all this other shit, and
You like
you stop giving a fuck about the female and if she even feeling good during this shit. You know what I mean? You just here for your thing. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Like
that reminded me, yo. So when I was younger, right? This is so funny
hit him with
because
it.
I was supposed to we were supposed to yeah. Well, anyway, I tried to do it to a slow song, right? But I tried to do it to the beat because this is my first time doing it to a slow song.
They got the Marvin Gaye on.
funny as shit.
Yo, Brody, listen, that shit was so fucking awkward, bro. Because I'm trying to do it to the beat, and it just was like mad awkward. Oh my god, it was funny.
Yo, that
It
is
was the most,
funny as fuck.
it was
I'll
the
be
most
up
funniest
in
thing I
there.
ever had.
That all goes to go back to like how you see other people do it, how you hear.
Yeah,
And it's like
Yeah.
really, it's like having sex in the shower. Like, nigga, that shit is not even
Whack.
comfortable. That shit is
Whack.
bad. You feel me?
Whack. But
But
that's
you
the shit you read in the books. That's the shit you see on the movies. That's the shit you watch in the porn. You know what I mean? And you think that's
Hold on, I got my opinion on that. All right, so sex in the shower is not that bad. I kind of like it. I don't know about no being whack. Putting her on the wall, like lifting her up. I ain't doing all that because there's no way I'm gonna keep my stroke by holding something heavy.
okay. How
slipping
about
that
Right?
motherfucker.
so?
Good.
Well, hold on. One more thing, right? Sex in the shower is cool, I think, right? But sex in the pool, I think that's the fakest thing in the world. I don't think you can ever have sex in a pool. Why do movies do that? I listen. It can't happen. I don't. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I tried it. Me and my wife went to St. Croix one day. We tried to have sex in the pool. It just wouldn't work. We've been fucking for 13 years. We've
Yeah.
been fucking for 13 years. How can it? It just won't work. And listen, and this is why I think it won't work though, right?
Freak
Because
nasty.
listen, the water in her like natural,
All that damn chlorine,
wetness,
nigga.
it's not gonna go in there, bro. It ain't going in there. You're
Nah,
not. It's
Yo,
just
is that
not
nigga
gonna
had a
work,
public pool?
that's yo, bro.
huh?
That's just
Is
like
that
a
a
car.
public
That's
pool?
like having, unless if you got a big truck
It was
where
like
you
a
got.
private pool within the thing, the resort. Go ahead,
Dog.
man.
That's like having in the car, having sex in the car. If I'm not getting no wop in the car, I don't want to have sex in the car. Unless if you got a big truck where it's a big, nice bed in the back, like you got space in the back type shit. But other than
Well, I
that,
always have a truck though, man. I always have a truck, and the sex in the car is kind of it's memorable. So
I
I
like
like it.
I like it.
I
it's
like that too. You
I
can't
like
have sex in
it
a
because
car. A
I
car?
like it
No, I
because
can't do it in a
like
car.
it could be uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just talking about all
It's
the
very
shit. I'm
uncomfortable.
talking
It's
about all
very
the
uncomfortable.
shit that we was thinking that was all cool, hyped and shit. Like hype of that shit, really not even like that, bro. It's
the
just we
sex in
just
the car ain't designed for you to take your time and
Yeah.
do whatever, nigga. That's time for you to hit them spots and be out, nigga.
right. Facts,
Nigga,
facts.
you know what I mean?
That
But
depends though, because y'all might be in the back seat and she get on top and she riding you. Y'all niggas can take as much time as you want. You ain't laid down on nothing hard. You sitting down. She's on you. That's chilling. But if you trying to lay her down and try to go all crazy, yeah, you're gonna be very uncomfortable because the car ain't meant for all that.
hell no.
But
Now
yeah,
unless you got a Maybach, rappers got Maybachs and all types of.
They
They
got
probably got some
pillows and shit in
spaceships.
that car.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they got something about it.
but that's what I'm saying. A lot of shit is just like it's really about your experience and how you have it, and then porn just makes you feel like you want all them experiences that really is not even meant for you. You feel me? Really, not even really what you really want to even
I
do.
agree.
You just doing it because you watch a porn and shit. But yeah,
I agree. I agree with you. I, but yeah, I just don't. I know this is a long time of conversation ago. That's a long conversation ago. But I think homosexuals should not um adopt no children. Period. Because you're definitely confusing them. Like two men and two women shouldn't have somebody else's kids if they're not their own kids. Because all you're doing is confusing them.
I can feel you.
Plain and
I
simple.
feel you on that a little bit. I feel you on that a little. Something.
I'm serious, bro.
Agree.
All right. So what's the
I,
next
Chat,
topic?
chat. I just want y'all to know I am not like
against the LBG
against
community.
LGBTQ. I got homosexuals in my family. You know what I mean? They all cool and no smoke. Just my opinion. I don't feel like one's beliefs should be pushed on other people.
And
That's why I'm in that
that's
segment
a
right there.
topic. It's a topic to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
And
it.
I second that. I don't think you should push it on other people. And I don't think you should think that you're right knowing you're wrong, is all I'm saying.
Mm.
right. No, I definitely feel you on that, bro. Real
Yeah.
quick.
No, but I ain't against no damn body, man. Shoot, I don't care.
Y'all
But
fuck
that
with.
concludes another episode of On the Line Podcast. For those of you who was watching, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell for all future episodes. Until next time, chat. Peace.
Deuces.
Low.